Welcome to Texas and welcome to America.
And welcome to Dallas.
Oh,
Yes.
today we are going on a Greyhound adventure.
Yeah, we are going to Houston and the space center in the city of Houston. As we can say, Houston, we have a problem.
We can't leave the hotel.
We are stuck. Alternativet å løpe ned 16 etasjen da.
We're in America and we are trying to reach a bus that leaves in 30 minutes, but we cannot escape the hotel. The elevator refused to come, and here's the phone we can use if there is any problems with the elevator. I think there is more problems with the phone.
We just have to run down the stairs.
15 floors to go.
We have been running 16th floor and now we have to run for the bus.
It's my very first time in Texas. It's my very first time in Dallas. Okay, I've only been here for one night. There's a lot of homeless people walking around. But what I do enjoy here, you have buses in the streets and there is a tram. Oi, oi, oi. And I really love what I see when I see the bus terminal in front of us. The big Greyhound logo. This could have been such an amazing experience. The old Greyhound sign, the great building, the Greyhound coaches, but I feel scared walking in the streets right now.
What an experience.
But I thought we were going with the Greyhound bus, but this booking expert, he got us on a Flixbus. You understood everything?
Absolutely everything.
Clear as the day is long.
It's completely different from what we are used to in Europe. When you have a ticket, you are allowed to go into the terminal. Without ticket, you have to stay outside. When you come inside, you are putting in line, just like in airports. And after that, you're being collected, and you can go out to the coach, and then you put your luggage under the coach by yourself, because you have to be sure that it's only your luggage that's going on the coach.
So now our coach just arrived and we will go with the MCI J4500. And if you take a look at all the Greyhound coaches, so it's just the X45 from Prevo. It's strange because they can go for hours and hours and hours, days on the road. And you're driving with the same coach that you can take for a short city trip in New York. So we got a better coach going with a cheaper company. Ooh, line is moving.
We have to start shouting in Norway when we ask the passenger to go on board.
7:30 the big green one.
Oh yeah, beautiful coach.
7:30.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Go cut and get to the end. Get to the end.
Veldig hyggelig. You feel like you are going to a jail bus. This is terrible. We were just 2 centimeters away from the line and we have to go all the way to the end of the line.
But what I do like is that the Flixbus has the green interior lighting that they do have on the paint outside.
Why are you so rude?
I'm not being rude. He told you and I told you, you still better than that.
And poor girl on the outside, she was almost refusing entrance because she thought like the security guard was rude, and the security guard,
He was rude.
but now she came in. Oof. So let's see how this experience will be. Houston, next stop.
Houston, we have a problem.
Again.
Okay, so in an hour and a half, we're gonna stop for rest. Everyone is gonna come off the bus. I'm gonna get diesel across the street, fill up, and then come back and pick you up.
There's something special when you're taking the Interstate coach here in America. There's something that you're looking forward to. But when you're entering the coach, you are disappointed. But it's something that you have to experience.
So now we are on the highway, the sun is rising.
The Greyhound is what we know quite well from the United States, but they are falling back with the quality. Flixbus it's the same owner, but Flixbus is like the upgrade version of the Intercity coaches here in the States.
And I do think I'm the only one in America right now using a seatbelt on a coach. No, it's not required here.
I arrived a little bit earlier than Magne into the city center yesterday, and the first I saw when I was out on the street was a horse. There was a guy riding on a horse. It's like what he called it, a bar horse, bar-to-bar horse. So instead of taking the cab, he took the horse. It's really strange. This is Texas. This is absolutely Texas.
Looks like we're coming to the break. I'm starting to become very happy I'm not the driver of this coach, because there's been an alarm ever since we started driving.
So now we have around 20 minutes break, and I believe we still have three and a half hour driving left. Oh, there the coach left, so our luggage and everything is bye-bye.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
If you are a real Christian, you are in the right shop now.
You can buy Jesus and hats.
One thing that I really like to be here in the US, to see all these RVs, really big coaches that are converted to RVs.
Day one in Texas, and we are at the gas station.
Here we are stuck at the gas station.
So let's keep on going. I was thinking about that today, this morning, that we found the bus on a bus terminal, and in the US we never do that. Normally they are on a strange road somewhere, but now we are back to that part. We are at the Tesla shop in the middle of nowhere, and people are leaving the bus because it's nothing here. It's just a big parking with a lot of cyber trucks. Never seen them before, so well, yeah. Almost everyone is leaving the coach, and we are still sitting here, and now we are in a square. Doesn't look like a bus terminal, but who knows?
Is this the last one? In the middle of nowhere.
So then we are back to it. No clear signs, absolutely no bus terminal, just a spot along a road. But I can't wait to not have this alarm
Is this
anymore.
the last stop? Okay. Thank you so much for a nice trip. But this was a really good experience.
Well, yeah, because and this is kind of different because this is actually a lot better. Like if you do Greyhound,
Yes.
you actually go deeper into the towns, smaller towns, and you make more stops.
Ah, I
So
see.
a trip like this could take you 8 hours.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
which is good.
Yes, but this was quite fast. Yes. Okay, thank you. It was an okay trip, and as the driver told us that if we took Greyhound, this trip could be close to 8 hours compared to this one that it was 4 hours. I have a good experience this time.
So part one of the trip is done. Now we have to find the local buses to take us all the way down to Houston Space Center. But it seems like there is no bus. It's weekend. And what do you do in weekends in America?
We take our foot and start walking.
So we have to take an Uber or a Lyft or
Yeah.
something to get to Houston Space Center. Why is there no public transport in a weekend in America?
Crazy. We can see the buses, it's running all the time, but it seems like there are only local buses for the city center.
Let's lift away. Let's take the small bus. Wow, 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 wow. So now is the question, can we dump our luggage anywhere, or are we stuck with them while being inside?
Come back and pick up your bags here at the end of the day.
Oh, thank you. We managed to leave our bags. And we are now in line to go out for a tram tour, and we are going to see a rocket area. So I'm very excited to see where we are coming. And we were just in this theater with an astronaut actually telling us about the experience of being in space. Brilliant to sit there and listen. And we are traveling off season. It's almost no people here. Love it. And we have the 747. Wow. The ride wasn't that long.
Oh, I was surprised because I was sure that we had a full trip with a tram, but now we have a walking trip.
And now we're actually seeing the only rocket in the world that is on display that could just lift up any minute. Little Joe 2. So this rocket was actually in space. And it flew from 1960 and 1961.
Watch out for snakes, she told you in
Did
the
she?
tram. But an alligator.
We did learn today that when the rocket is launching, they are accelerating 100 kilometers per hour each second. That's quite crazy. 5 crazy big engines.
Crazy that most of the spaceship is only fuel. It's crazy.
And it's all the way down to the liter for perfection, because if you lose a little bit, it doesn't go into the orbit.
If you have too less speed or too much speed, you are not even possible to get into orbit. So everything has to be calculated exactly. More or less everything behind me is only fuel tanks. So it's hydrogen and oxygen together, and that makes the fuel. So it's like an environmentally friendly vehicle, if we can say it like that.
It's huge, very, very interesting. But there is one thing I really came here to see today, and that's the Boeing 747 with the space rocket on the roof. Look at this beauty! It's the actual Boeing 747 from NASA that we used to transfer the space shuttles, and we can enter it. And it's called NASA 905N. Oh!
So this is maybe the closest you ever been to an engine on a 747.
Oh, actually no, because when I'm driving the buses on Gardermoen, I love to go up to the 747. And today's engines are bigger on them, I can tell. I think this is more fun than the rockets.
Yes, but it seems so small compared to the big airplane. Crazy how much they can lift.
They told us that this space shuttle on top, they were never in space, but they were used to train to land. So this is probably what we see here. They took it up in the air and they released it, and the pilot had to take it down to land.
And you have only one chance to land it.
And it's 15 seconds from you take the landing gear out till you are down on the ground, and there is no engines, there is no reverse, there is no brake. So you land in a steeper position than you do with a regular plane, and you land in much higher speed than you do with a regular plane. So landing one of these space shuttles, and as the astronaut earlier today said, it's a horrible glider, but it's controllable.
And how do you break it?
Parachute.
Okay, let's walk all the way up to the space shuttle. Last year I was at the airplane museum in Washington DC, and they also have a space shuttle that have been used to transport goods outside the atmosphere. So as you can see, all these tiles is very important. They are intact. They are protecting the space shuttle from overheating. And we all know what's happened when you are losing the tiles and you get overheated space shuttle, and the rest is history.
Wow, it's fantastic to see it this close. And it's not every day you're standing above a 747. I think this is such a cool day.
Absolutely.
So now we are entering the cargo bay.
So inside here you have space enough for a big coach. So if you want to start your own coach company on the move, this is what you need to move the buses up there.
And we learned that when a spaceship is orbiting around the world, it takes 90 minutes to cross the planet. So they have 16 sunrises and sunsets every day from the space.
Just think about that. If you are a romantic guy, you can take your girlfriend out
16
times to see the sunset and the sunrise.
Let's do it.
Oh yeah, we have to go up one floor to see the cockpit.
Driver compartment. You have to edit out all the breathing for the stairs.
Yes.
And now we're going into one of the most exciting driver compartments we have been checking out as bus testers around the world.
Yeah, so let's do a bus test here.
Let's do Vignette. Welcome on board the Independence. Today we will take a short little test drive from Houston to the moon to see how well it drives. Does it take the curves well? And how is the driver compartment? We will figure it all out in today's episode of Bussmagasinet, going to the moon.
so manual. So if you have any problems with the hydraulic, you still have the possibility to fly the airplane with only wires.
And you can see there is not so many seats on board here.
But they have a sitting group where you can have the meeting or you can play a card.
And they look so comfortable, those seats. This was built when comfort was something else.
Boeing 747 and 905NA was the first of two Boeing 747 that became shuttle carrier aircraft. It was purchased from American Airlines in 1974, so it was not made as a carrier.
So this paint has been ever since 1983. So you can see it on the outside, the blue color doesn't have this dark blue anymore. It's been standing outside in the sun for many, many years. But I also like that it didn't refurbish it.
And as you can see and behind me, you can see the extra tail fins they have on this plane. Because when you have this big space shuttle on top of the 747, you cannot use the rudder as normal. So you have to add this to still fly the plane perfectly.
What a wonderful, fantastic day. We started in Dallas.
Yeah, we did it this morning. We were stuck in an elevator, what we can call a terrible situation. But we managed to run down 16 floors, find the coach.
Come here to Houston. Yes. We didn't find the local bus, but we found the lift that took us here to see the beautiful, beautiful Boeing 747 with the Independence on top.
And the 747 was the only reason he wanted to come here.
But of course, the whole Space Center experience here was just fantastic. If you like what you see, click down here. The button is called subscribe, and then you will see all the future videos from us in Bussmagasinet. Until next time, drive safely. Have a great day.
Yes. Helt satt ut.